Azin had always believed she lived in the safest neighborhood in Aba, the kind where neighbors greeted each other, children played football on dusty streets, and everyone knew everyone. But that illusion shattered one rainy Thursday night. Her husband, Kachi, a long-distance driver, had traveled to Port Harcourt earlier that morning. He was supposed to return the next day, so Azin was alone in the house. Around 1:14 a.m., heavy thunder cracked the sky. Jolting her from sleep, she reached for her phone. 22% battery, no light, no generator, just rain and darkness. Half asleep, she heard it. A soft metallic sound. Clink, then again. Clink, clink. It was coming from the back door. Her heart stopped. At first she tried to convince herself it was the wind, but then she heard whispering. 2 male voices, low, muffled, discussing something. She froze where she sat on the edge of her bed, her breath shaky. Slowly, footsteps moved along the corridor outside. Then a firm knock shook the back door. "Madam," a voice called softly. She didn't answer. Another knock. Then a chilling statement. "Open the door. We know you're alone." Her heart slammed against her ribs. How did they know? She grabbed her phone with trembling hands and dialed Kachi. It rang once, twice. Then his sleepy voice came on. Babe, why you did call this kind time?" "Kachi, someone is trying to enter the house," she whispered, crying silently. He sat up immediately. "Azin, lock the bedroom door. Lock am now." She rushed to the door, but the moment she touched the handle, she heard another sound. The back door latch snapped open. They were inside. She ran back, closed the bedroom door, locked it, and pushed a chair against it, even though she knew a chair could never stop desperate men. Kachi's voice was shaking over the phone. "I'm calling our neighbor, Odogwu. Stay quiet." Azin turned off her lights, turned off her data, and hid behind the wardrobe. Footsteps approached the bedroom, slowly, deliberately. One of them tried the handle. When the door refused to open, he laughed. Not a normal laugh, a slow, wicked laugh that made her skin crawl. "Madam," the man called out, "we came for something small. Open this door before we break it." Azin was shaking uncontrollably. Her phone battery was now 9%. She heard the men moving around her sitting room, pulling drawers, searching. They weren't ordinary thieves. They seemed to be looking for something specific. Then she heard one of them whisper, "Check the bedroom, na for there the thing go day." Her blood ran cold. What thing? Suddenly her phone buzzed, a WhatsApp message from Kachi. "Odogwu Dande come. He carry boys, just hold on." But her tiny hope was crushed immediately when the men returned to the bedroom door. This time, they didn't knock. They kicked. Hard. The chair shifted. The wood began to splinter. Azin held her breath. Tears streamed down her face. Another kick. A deeper crack. Her phone slipped from her hand and fell, screen up. The bright screen lit her hiding spot behind the wardrobe. The men outside paused. They had seen the light. A low voice said, "She day inside. Break the door." Before she could think, before she could pray, boom! The door burst open. Heavy footsteps entered the room. A flashlight beam swept across the walls. "Madam, come out," the man whispered. He started walking toward the wardrobe. Azin squeezed her eyes shut. Her whole body trembled. Just before he reached her hiding spot, a loud voice thundered from outside. "Who de there? Move back now." It was Odogwu, their fiery, fearless neighbor, and he wasn't alone. 5 men stormed the compound with cutlasses and sticks. Suddenly there was shouting, running, confusion. The intruders fled through the back fence just seconds before Odogwu and his boys broke into the house. Azin collapsed to the floor, shaking uncontrollably. She survived, but she never forgot the voice that whispered outside her door, "We know you're alone." From that day, she refused to sleep alone again. And she would never forget the night danger stood outside her door, waiting, listening, whispering. If you enjoyed this story, like, comment, and follow for more.